You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
We men, right? What did I say about white people that you feel I have to apologize for? And if you can tell me something that I'm valid.
Oh, no. I'm not saying you have to apologize. I'm just saying the system doesn't make you apologize. I'm not saying.
Okay, cool. But you said that I also said something about white people. So what I'm telling you to do is tell me what I said, and I will correct my own wrong. But if you cannot tell me what I said that I was wrong, that's a false statement. So since you made that statement, I have to now ask you, what did you hear me say about white people that you feel was incorrect? Present it to me now as a man. Give me a chance to say, you know what, that was incorrect, or give me the chance to say, no, this is why I feel that way. And if I'm incorrect, I will gladly apologize. So please tell me, what did I say about white people?
Well,
incorrect.
Again, it's not saying that I'm saying you need to apologize. But for example, you said white people have more like what, chimpanzee DNA in them. I believe you said earlier.
Now can I pull out? Now can I pull out? Now,
I would say Google ghost.
No,
wait. Hominid.
Hey,
Google
it. Share my screen. Let me share my screen because I'm going to go to Jeanette. Now I'm finna pull up Jeanette. Wait a minute. Watch this.
Good.
Caucasians share 98% of their DNA with chimpanzees. Here we go.
Okay, now do it for Africans.
Wait a minute. We don't have Neanderthal DNA. If you want to go there, I'll bust you right down. We can talk about how your people introduced the A and B antigens to our bloodstream. We can talk about how you share 98% of your DNA with a chimpanzee, 87% of your DNA with a canine, 14% with a fruit fly, 83% with excuse me. Listen, I will bust you down. I will bust you down genetically.
Google ghost hominid DNA. Seriously, Google right now.
What are we even arguing about?
We're a fruit fly? Is that what we are?
I mean, all creatures share like half of their DNA anyway.
No, that's a white people lie that y'all keep telling the world. All creatures do not share. Let me ask you a question right now. Listen. We've grown. We're not arguing. We've grown, right? What's the first thing that you learned in science class? That a species cannot sexually reproduce with the organism outside its own species. This is a fact, right? Can we agree on that? We can agree on that. Okay. So since we can agree on that, now you have to explain to me, how did you develop the amino acids in the DNA and the proteins in your DNA of a species that you cannot sexually reproduce with? How? How did you become a Neanderthal hybrid? If you cannot sexually, right now, we go have sex with a monkey, you're not going to get that monkey pregnant. So we want to know, how did you, Ryan, as a Caucasian, inherit chimpanzee DNA when you cannot sexually reproduce?
Well, they were close enough. Neanderthals and primitive humans were close enough. Same way a white man and a black person can have a baby. It's like they're close.
Oh, that's not true.
They're close.
Let me stop you again. White and black people cannot naturally reproduce. Go ask any doctor. You can smile all you want. Let me send you to the hospital. Let me educate you. Go to the hospital right now with any interracial couple, and they're going to tell you that they have to get a RhoGAM shot. And what the RhoGAM shot does is it tells the mother's immune system not to terminate the fetus, because the immune system identifies the fetus as a foreign species, because these are two separate species of people trying to sexually reproduce. This is a fact. It's called hemolytic disease and red blood.
There are problems with outbreaks. I agree.
Okay, thank you very much. We gotta ask ourselves.
What's happening?
If we cannot sexually reproduce without our bodies trying to terminate the baby on its own, we are not the same species. That don't mean we gotta fight, but we gotta question. We gotta start asking ourselves, where the fuck did we really come from, and who the fuck are y'all? And so my main thing when it comes to this situation is, all I'm saying is this: I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe in the God you're trying to tell me to believe in. So outside of that God, all I want white people to do is tell me who they are and where they came from. Who are you, Ryan, and where did you come from? Can you tell me that right now without using the Bible?
Well, yes, my family evolved. My ancestors came from the steppe. They were conquerors. They conquered across the European continent.
Planet, Ryan. How did they get on the planet? Let's not play games. How did the first white person get on the planet?
They were apex predators and still are. They evolved. They moved out from Africa.
No, they didn't. No, you did not. No, you did not. You can't even go to Africa right now. Israel got the second highest skin cancer rate in the world. So
then how do we conquer it 2 centuries ago? How do we conquer the entire continent?
Listen, now what you're doing right now is you're attempting to get a rise out of me because you're falsely insinuating that your people conquer my people. But I'm not going to fall for that booby trap, and I'm going to stay on point, and I'm going to ask you one more time. Because, Ryan, you know I'll beat you up. So you know you didn't conquer.
Have you ever seen the movie Zulu?
Let's stay on point. Where did your ancestors come from, Ryan? Where did your ancestors come from?
The steppe.
What animal, and where did that animal come from? Since you evolved from an animal.
Well, I would say primitive hominids.
Okay. Who taught you how to read and write? Where did you get that?
My mother.
Who taught you?
And my father.
Let's be serious. And listen, if you want to have a serious conversation.
No, you asked literally who taught me how to read and write.
White people. Who taught white people how to walk, talk, write, read, cook, bathe, season their food? Who taught y'all math? Who taught y'all science? And who created y'all?
White people.
White people. And who taught black people to read and cook and do science and all that?
Listen here. I'm going to say this.
Show me white people.
I'm going to say this. Andy, you weren't in this conversation this whole time?
I'm just fucking around. I'm just fucking around.
No.
Not ad-lib and jumping because I'm talking to Ryan.
That's fair.
Okay.
I'm talking to Ryan. In all seriousness, you know that according to the Australian Research Center for Ancient DNA, that Caucasian genes are no more than 6,000 years old. And I hope that you also know, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe you have blue eyes. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
They're green, but close enough.
Okay, so also, since we're talking about blue eyes,
by the way.
So since we're talking about blue eyes is also a genetic defect from ancestral breeding. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because you still have not definitively, outside of being sarcastic, told me where your people come from ancestrally. Now you are assuming that you evolved. You have not proved it. That's the point I'm trying to make. You're telling me something that you are giving me no evidence of. So all I'm saying is this. Genetics proves there were no white people on the planet before 6,000 years old. Genetics also proves that you contain antigens and proteins from animal species that you should not naturally be able to sexually reproduce with. So who you are has still not been identified to me properly. Now what you're going to try to do as a white person is you're going to try to say God created us all equal. Obviously, that's not true. So when I
agree. I actually agree with that.
So when I scrap that and I ask you, show me scientifically and match it with history where you come from, you cannot do that. And that is the point I'm trying to make. And I'm going to end here.
Honestly, I feel like we agree on so many things. I see myself in you. Like, so much of what you're saying like resonates with what I believe. It's just like we're coming from a different perspective, you know?
I'm gonna get right to it. I don't even want to say do you believe? Do you understand that extraterrestrials exist?
I mean, I don't necessarily believe in aliens, but
okay. Now I'm gonna bring this up, right? People are waiting for a savior, whether it's Jesus, whoever. Technically, they're waiting on an alien. I'm gonna tell you how. If you waiting on somebody to come out of the sky and come into this planet, that's called an extraterrestrial because they got to come from outside the atmosphere, inside the planet. Then you waiting on a savior to come with chariots. If I ask the average Catholic, Christian, or Muslim or whatever, the average monotheistic subscriber, what is the material that the chariots that your savior are going to be coming back on? They're going to say, I don't know, which means technically that's an unidentified flying object. So people say they don't believe in extraterrestrials, but you waiting on an entity to come from outer space on an unidentified object you've never seen and take you to a place that you've never been. So my point is this. Somebody's telling the truth and somebody's lying. Somebody's real and somebody's not. And I got a hunch that I'm on the right motherfucking track. And I know who's on the planet Earth lying to everybody about who the fuck they say they are. And with that being said,
Who is it?
We know. But look, go ahead.
I think we all know that.
Consumer says you want white people to tell you where they came from. Then he says, shut the fuck up, stop making shit up. He said, you're anti-white. This guy says you're anti-white. He says
that's called a non-intelligent listener. We don't deal with those. We deal with facts. All I'm saying is this: white people walked up on us one day with a Bible and said they were sent by Jesus Christ, and that wasn't true. That's how we met y'all. Let's just be honest. Y'all walked up on us one day with a book in y'all hand and said that God sent y'all to give us that book. And the next thing we know, we found out this book is full of shit and that God is not real. So now the real question is, who the fuck really sent y'all? Where did y'all come from? Because this has never been explained. And we don't gotta have beef. I got plenty of white friends. We don't gotta have beef. But it's a real question that needs to be answered. Who the fuck are y'all? And why are y'all always in our business and telling us what to do and telling us what we can and can't say? And why are y'all so afraid of us being independent? That's all I'm saying. Why is it so scary for black people to govern themselves by a race that's chosen by that's allegedly chosen by God? That's all I'm saying.
Oh, go ahead. Finish your thought. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
My thing is this: people need to entertain that thought. Is there a race of people on the planet that's a hybrid race? Is there a race of people on the planet that's not a natural organic race? Is there a race of people on the planet? Let me say this, and this is no disrespect to white people, right? But let's just sit down. Let's just say this, and I'm gonna end right here.
Okay.
Let's say God or whatever God you whatever God you believed in came back right now. They came back right now at this very second, and they said, "Everybody pause. Who is fucking up the planet? Who do you think gonna get in trouble for chemtrails? Not black people. Who you think gonna get in trouble for oceanic pollution? Not black people. Bill Gates talking about he want to block out the sun. That's not a black person. Hold on. Who created genetically modified foods? Who fucking with nature? Not black people. Who hunt animals into extinction? Not black people. Who always lying and deceiving motherfuckers and trying to enslave motherfuckers? Not black people. Y'all are doing some crazy shit, and all we doing is saying, "Hold on, who the fuck is these people doing all this crazy ass shit? Who are y'all?" Because every time we turn around, y'all doing some crazy shit, and now we dealing with transgenderism. We not doing that. Y'all already know.
That definitely was a white thing. Yeah.
Y'all already know that's some white people shit. The LGBTQ community. If you go to Africa right now,
was it white people or is it somebody else?
It wasn't us.
I'm just saying. I don't think necessarily it was us either. I think maybe we could. I don't know.
The point I'm
Canadians, man.
The point I'm trying to make is this: playing with the weather, heart machine. White people. Playing with the universe, crashing particles, white people. Playing with the rainforest, playing with nature, fucking up nature, white people. Hunting animals into extinction, white people. Genociding whole races of black people, white people. Fucking up the food, white people. Big pharma poisoning people, Chinese and Israeli and white people. Chemtrails, fucking up the sky, white people. I'm not done. Pollution, air pollution. Electricity, radiation, fucking oceanic pollution, motherfucking listen here, everything that y'all touch, y'all literally either destroy or pervert. And all I'm saying is this: where the fuck did y'all even come from? Because I'm overwhelmed at this point with someone trying to kill me everywhere I go. I can't even go to the grocery store and grab a fucking fruit without it being genetically engineered by somebody with the intent to kill me who happens to be white. So I'm not blaming all white people, but what I'm saying is y'all I don't know who the fuck it is, whether it's your cousin that you don't fuck with, your distant family, I don't know who it is, but y'all need to, at y'all next family reunion, y'all need to say, who the fuck is doing this? Y'all need to question yourself. And then y'all get mad at us when we ask you, let's be honest. If we tried to do, and I'm not going to say we, but if a black person tried to do 10% of what, let me right now get a laboratory and start crazy shit. y'all gonna kick my door. The FBI is
Even one or two of those things, it's like you're done. Like,
The thing is, y'all are doing a lot of crazy shit. And not only are y'all not explaining the crazy shit y'all doing or taking no responsibility, y'all are literally fucking with everything from the cosmos to the plants in the ground. That's a fact. And then when we ask y'all, who the fuck gave y'all permission to be doing this and where the fuck did y'all come from, y'all look at us like we asking a stupid ass question. So my main thing is, do y'all not see the destruction being caused at y'all hands? And we
How about,
What about the creation?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. How about all the good stuff white people have done, like
what?
invent
Name it.
Like everything.
stuff they've invented, creating cities, colonizing,
the internet.
educating,
How about that? White
creating
people
things,
over there.
internet, everything that.
Go slow, bro. I want to really be able to. I want to take this serious. I want to really be able to.
No,
hear
I just said.
All right, let him go.
There.
Okay, let him in.
Start over and go slow. Name.
Anyway, okay, so basically you want to blame white people for everything that they do that's... Hang on.
I'm not blaming anybody. I
Well,
stated...
you said white people about 500 times, and we have to look at each other. But my point is, I'm not disagreeing with you that white people haven't done crazy shit, okay? I'm not disagreeing with you on that. What I'm saying is, there is a lot of good things that white people have done as well, right? Now... To create a society that where we are right now, there had to be good things. I don't know, not being savages in the fucking wild, killing each other and raping and shit. Building societies and shit. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Don't you see this book right here called The Horrible, Miserable Middle Ages, where white people were being exactly what you said they were not? Motherfucker, what are you
But
talking
they had to evolve and develop, and we have. That's why people are more civilized. Back in the day, everyone was fucking savages. And guess what? In Africa, there's still savagery everywhere.
Wrong.
Let's be fucking honest. Look at some of the places in Africa. They haven't even fucking developed. And we have fucking buildings and shit. What are you talking about?
Can I respond to that? Can I respond?
Sure,
Okay,
let him
sure.
respond.
Now, can I respond to that?
Sure.
Before Africans, and let's talk about this. We need to talk about this.
Sure.
You know how Africa got the way it was, and you can ask any true scholar. White people, let's be clear on that. White people were having sex with animals, and they gained what was called zoonotic diseases. Yes. And then they came to Africa and gave us those fucking diseases. Just like today, you still give us diseases from animals today. HIV being one of them. HIV is a leukemia virus from a monkey that y'all put in a fucking needle and gave it to us and told us it came from having sex with the monkey. So the point I'm trying to make is white people have been using the same tactics on us for thousands of years.
Wait, so does HIV come from monkeys or what? You contradicted yourself.
Listen, I will answer that in a second. Y'all have been using the same tactics on us for years. Y'all have been contracting viruses from animals. The first way initially was sexually, and then you were passing them off. Even when the Westerners came to America, go look this up. 100 million Indians died because the hygiene of the Europeans were that bad. Now, why is this important? You're sitting here talking about people are in Africa in huts. We didn't start off in huts. Yes, people are in Africa in huts today, the same way people in Chicago are in the ghetto today, because white people came acting like they was our friend, and we were loyal to them, and then they stabbed us in the back and fucked up our civilization on purpose, and then lied to our descendants as if we never had a civilization. So let's be clear on this. When we talk about contributions to the world, wait a minute. When we talk about contributions to the world, black people invented reading and writing. You wouldn't even be able to express your mind. Express your mind.
Oh my God. This is...
Listen here. Paper. I'm not done.
Let him go. Let him continue. Go ahead.
I'm not done. Paper, a.k.a. papyrus, comes from Africa. The Greeks did not have any paper. They had to come to us to borrow paper. So we taught y'all how to write. We taught y'all how to read. We gave y'all paper. We taught you how to farm. We taught you how to survive. We taught you everything. And in thanks for that, they stabbed us in the back. Period. When we look at history, Egypt at minimum is a 50,000-year-old civilization. Now you might say, Pharaoh, why is this important? White people were not even on the planet yet. So when this guy Andy, whoever you are, jump in here and jump in our conversation talking about what white
he
people
is part of the show. I'll give him credit. He did kind of jump. I'll give him credit. He did kind of jump in, to be fair, but he is part of the show.
Young Pharaoh. I want to say, look. He's been rambling forever. Like, let me interject for 5 seconds.
Hold on, wait.
All I want to say is I literally threw in 2 jokes and it offended you. If you can't handle someone challenging your
Wait.
well, then you're being a fucking bitch.
Gentlemen. Go ahead, Pharaoh.
Don't talk like that because I will beat you the fuck up.
You can go fuck up. Great.
Wait. Andy, Pharaoh. Gentlemen, please.
The fuck up with your Neanderthal angry ass.
Listen, please.
Yeah, I'm the one.
Let's restore decorum. Please.
The fuck up.
No, we love each other. Pharaoh,
respect. Listen, I'm being respectful to you. You're gonna be respectful to me.
I agree.
I'm being respectful to you. You don't see me and Ryan doing that.
Okay.
Let's be.
All right, dude, go, man. The reason I'm getting frustrated is because you won't stop. Just go.
I'm not even talking to you. Me and Ryan was sitting here making the show spicy. You jumped in it, and now you.
And this ain't spicy. What are you talking about? People are going nuts in the chat. Come on, man.
Mind your business. Anyway, like I was saying, no matter what you say, Caucasians contributed to the planet. All I'm saying is those great achievements did not benefit us because we already was doing our own thing. Our interaction with Caucasians fucked us up. That's all I'm saying. I'm not here to tell white people don't be proud of your accomplishments.
So what's the solution?
The solution is, if you ask me, in my opinion, the solution is 75% segregation. We can socialize with each other, but we cannot police or educate each other.
I agree. That's a great idea.
I'm in.
I'm down. Fuck it, one struggle.
Let's go.
No, wait. Now let me be the host for a second. And again, I don't want to keep you all night, but I do want to ask you, why do you say that though? And I saw, Ryan Culture War readily agree to that.
Every man deserves to be looked up to by his own race. I would never in my life tell Ryan kids to look up to me because we're not. That would be doing him a disservice. So if Ryan had kids hypothetically and he passed away, I wouldn't tell his kids I'm the all-knowing knower. I would say, hey, this is what Ryan intended for you, and shit, I'm gonna do my best to make sure you inherit what he wanted you to inherit. But I'm not here. You're not my responsibility. And I think that everybody needs to be able to govern themselves. And it comes back down to what I said. Why is the whole world so afraid when black people say we want to govern ourselves? Period. And that's just what it is. And we can't get to have serious conversations because we get immature people who want to play like we just seen, and then shit go left, and then you got to tell people you will beat them the fuck up. And then
wait a minute. Morsi, he's a good guy. I think we just got off.
I know he's a good guy, but I gotta just.
Well, I think we should focus going
I was
forward.
just challenging you on an
He's a
idea.
good guy. I understand.
I'm sorry if you got offended.
He's a good guy.
I'm glad.
Sure.
I understand.
Not built like that.
He did kind of come in and, but he's a co-host.
It was literally a joke. I was throwing in one joke.
But he usually comes in at 11, so he kind of just jumped in and started laughing. I do understand that you and Ryan had a dialogue already going, and it's like, oh, this
I was
guy's
saying a joke, literally not for either side. It was just to interject to make the audience laugh. That's.
I wish you were able to go to CPAC and advocate
you grow some
separation like that. That's a great idea.
Listen here, I play and I'm very comical, but when it comes to my history and when it comes to my ancestors, I want everybody to know I'm not playing because it's sensitive to me. Y'all motherfuckers brutalized us, raped us, fed our fucking kids to crocodiles, and y'all did us dirty. And then for me to talk about...
I wasn't joking around about the rape and brutalization.
I'm talking to the world right now. When black people talk about black history, y'all don't know what the fuck kind of pain we feel. You don't know what the fuck we lost. You didn't never have to have your grandma tell you stories about how she was a slave and was forced to do crazy shit. Y'all was making us sleep with our relatives with bags over our heads without us knowing. And Ryan is laughing like that's funny. And this is showing, and this right here is exposing the true mentality of how the world feels about black people. Y'all put us through hell, and when we try to bring
No. I was just saying it'd be funny if Gator was on here. We have a co-host named Gator.
Listen, y'all put us through hell, and whenever we try to put our pain on the table, y'all don't got no sensitivity for us. So I'm gonna tell y'all what, I don't really care because I don't fuck with who don't fuck with me. But I'm gonna let y'all know if that's how it's gonna be, that's how it's gonna be. And if motherfuckers gotta get it in, you better be built how you acting like you built, because I'm really built like that. So with that being said, when I'm talking about my ancestors and when I'm talking about where I come from, I give you this. I want the utmost respect because I'm gonna give it to you. When you start talking about Nordics and Vikings and shit like that, I'm gonna give you the utmost respect because that's your people. So when I'm talking about my people, I want the utmost respect. And if a motherfucker is not gonna give me that, I'm not gonna respect you. And if you think you tough, I think I'm tough too. If you think you a killer, I think I'm a killer too. If you think you can fight, I think I can fight too. So may the best motherfucker win. So all I'm saying is give me my fucking respect when I'm talking about my people who shed blood and who was robbed out of their greatness, and don't play with me like I'm a fucking kid, because I will smack the fuck out of this guy right here. But with that being said, I want to end right there. I want to say this, if I could leave on one note. Y'all need to be more sensitive towards when we trying to tell y'all how we feel, because we could just start fucking y'all up. But we got enough discipline not to do that. And he's laughing, but that's true. But y'all don't really know how much discipline and self-control black people have every day. Waking up. No, you don't. You don't wake up and get told what to do by a black government. You don't wake up and get robbed by a black government. You don't wake up and have political motherfucking organizations like Black Lives Matter falsely misleading your narrative away from you and your name. Y'all don't know what the fuck we experience every day. You're not targeted at the level that we're targeted. Yes, you're targeted, but you're not targeted at the level that we're targeted. So with that being said, when we put our shit on the table, we ain't even saying you gotta give a fuck. But you ever heard when your parents say if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all? That's what we gonna need at minimum. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But laughing, smirking.
Hey, it's reciprocal. But I mean, if you want to agree,
I didn't laugh, smirk, or be sarcastic one time. You can play this video back 50 million times. You will never see me play or laugh with y'all when you were dialoguing. But I'm not really gonna say, Ryan, you didn't start it until after Andy started. But the point I'm trying to make is that is a sign and a form of disrespect to where the fuck I come from and what I've been through. And so that right there will get your fucking head bust if we was in the same room. So with that being said, all I'm saying is from here on out, let's be men, let's dialogue. I'm going to respect your mother, I'm going to respect your grandmother, and I'm going to respect the people that brought them into existence. And all I'm going to ask for is that I get the same respect. If you talk about what a painful present or future or historical incident, I'm going to give you that ability to take that into consideration, what it might be you feeling. But
I respect that. I wish white people would do the same thing when we get disrespected, and I respect that you're willing to stick them up for your people. So I respect that.
It's just general respect. If we on the street and somebody crying and you say what's wrong and they say my grandma just passed and I do some shit like Andy just did, it's gonna go left. So that's the same thing. If I say, yo,
fragile.
Wait, gentlemen.
Such a fragile bitch. I said one joke. I was sitting here, and all you could do is shut your mouth. All you could do is threaten. That's all you got.
Gentlemen.
Kick your ass.
Oh, God.
You have nothing. You don't want dialogue. You're a pussy ass bitch. You're corny. Your people have become corny motherfuckers. Suck a dick, Pharaoh. Eat dicks.
Did you see how he talking comfortable, then he got off the line? That's because he's a coward. He said something that he knew he couldn't say to my face. He said something that he know he will never say to my face. He said something that when I see him, I'm going to ask him to say it to my face. He's not going to say it. And then he got off the live, so I couldn't respond. What men do is men give each other time to dialogue. You can say what you want to say about me. I'm going to say what I want to say about you. And if what we saying is that important, we can go there. All I'm saying is this. Before that clown jumped in this conversation, which had nothing to do with him, and tainted it with clown energy, even though me and Ryan were going back and forth, it wasn't out of pocket. So
we had a good thing going.
It wasn't out of pocket. He started being sarcastically disrespectful, and all I'm saying is don't do that because everybody is not playing with you. I'm not a kid. I'm a 27-year-old man going on 30-something years old. I'm not getting on these podcasts to be playing with people. When I get off the podcast, I'm going back to being a father. So what the fuck? I'm not. Yeah. Damn, I'm grown. That's all I'm saying. Stop playing because I'm grown. And if you want to play with me, then don't blame me for how I want to respond, because I don't play with people like that. I don't disrespect people like that. That's all I'm saying. If he would have never opened his mouth, it wouldn't have mattered.
I do think we kind of got on the wrong foot. Like, I don't know if he meant it personally. I understand your side too. That like I was talking to this guy and somebody else came in laughing. You know, I understand your point, but I do think it kind of, you know, went a little sideways. Maybe that didn't have to happen.
All I'm saying is this. Black history is the most sensitive subject of history because we've been brutalized for over 6,000 years by different races of people who keep coming amongst us acting like they are friends and then stabbing us in the back after they get what the fuck they want. Let's just be clear on that.